Heyo everybody, welcome back to Sky Factory 4. And today, as you can see, I am starting a new world. And that is because I messed up on a few things and I'm very disappointed in how the series was turning out. So, went ahead, restarted. It was a good spot because if you saw the World of Solitude episode 1, you would see some extreme destruction I did to that world, and I'm really happy how it turned out. Could have been a little better, but I like it. It was fun. Had a great time. I hope you guys check that one out. But I messed up with another thing. This is prestige. You get prestige points by completing sections in the book. So like you'd get a prestige point for finishing this section in the book, this one, you know, just so on and so forth. You know, every time you finish this is when you get a prestige point. And going through here you can see some different stuff. Now it costs 1 prestige point, unlock the bonsai hopper to farther automate resource collection. So I'm not really 100% what this exactly is, but it will be something that we'll be working on through this season. And with that, you know, said, we're gonna get started. I hope you enjoy this. I'm gonna try to make it a little better than it was last time, because last time was kind of boring, to be honest with you, and I am sorry for that. So I'm not gonna keep you too long here. I'm gonna grind out some stuff and I will be back with you. Alright guys, so this is gonna be more difficult than I originally thought with the prestige. So not everything is unlocked. Alright, so with that said, it's gonna be a little more grindy than than in the past. You know, the last time we had everything unlocked, everything was at our disposal. But with this is not the case, so I'm gonna have to be a little more strategic on how I do certain things. And that's not a bad thing. I am not upset with that in any way. Can I combine to make a really good crook? No, I cannot. Anyhow, so we're gonna be... It's gonna take me a little longer to grind out some things, given that I don't have ore excavation. Yeah, I thought I was just hitting the wrong button. That's not true. It's over here. And the next thing is I don't have bonsai hoppers. Or is this I must have the bonsai pots. Yeah, I just don't have the hopper bonsai. That's okay. That's a little better, I guess. But it's still gonna be a little more difficult for right now, so I have to get to that clay tree as soon as I can. So we can actually go ahead, take a look at where we need to be, because right now we're here, need to make dirt. Yep, clay is right next. Clay is actually kind of easy. So if we look at clay sapling, which is right here, it's just petrified resin and dirt with the dirt sapling, petrified resin. So petrified resin is just a dirt sapling with these petrified acorns surrounding it, and that's just on a drying rack. Super simple, super fast. So that's where I'm gonna be when I come back. Bada bing, bada boom, we got a clay sapling. And that was quite quick actually. I'm not even through the first day cycle and we're already at clay. So I've definitely learned a thing or two from last season, that's for sure. But yeah, with this prestige adds a whole new level of challenge, and I'm excited about it because that means that we will be able to jump between the different series, or like all the different packs, because the prestige points don't go away. And this is quite important to know because there's certain ones in here, as I was looking, that give us like fast forward, skip the early game grind by receiving a bag full of items to help you pass the early game. So that would be cool to have, and it's not super far. There's a lot of different stuff in here, like we have to unlock tinkers, I guess, which is going to be horrible because that's a major one for me. Looks like we have to unlock different dirts as well. So it looks like prestige points are going to kind of come easy-ish. because we're just gonna have to continuously restart, probably is my guess. Like, you know, continuously restart the pack, and it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna see if I can put it together properly. So you guys have to keep on top of me. Let me know how I'm doing, what I need to change, because this is going to be a whole new ballpark for me on editing. So if I'm doing something wrong and it's an easy fix, go ahead, let me know, because I will keep doing it as I see fit. And if my fit is not good, you gotta let me know. So keep me in track, or keep me on track for what you want to see. But right now we already got clay. So clay is going to be important because we need to just pretty much make a bunch of it. I'm gonna also need to make up at least 8 cobblestone there, so that we can, you know, get our furnace going, so I can cook the clay. I'm trying to get bonsai pots because that is much easier than this. So I'm gonna do quite a bit of grinding. I want to get at least I'm gonna say 4 clay blocks, which isn't too hard. I'm already I probably already can make 1. Yep, I can make 1. So we're not too far off. So I'm gonna go ahead, grind out a little bit. This cobblestone's probably gonna take me the longest, so I'll see you in a little bit. Alright guys, so I took a little break. Well, it's the next day for me. It's about 3 seconds for you, but this is what I got so far. I keep saying we. I include you guys in everything I do. I got the clay sapling going. So I've been doing this for a little while. I've been making up some bonsai pots. We got a bone sapling now. And now that's pretty much where we're at. So I'm kind of just progressing through this tree pretty quickly, actually. I'm trying to do it with as little effort as possible. And right now I'm working on a gravel. I thought this would be a great place to bring you back in. So let's go ahead, grab our petrified sapling. No, it's not petrified acorns yet. We have to put the petrified acorns in the crushing tub, jump on it, then throw these newfound gravel acorns around, and voila, there you go. Gravel sapling. And now all I need is a place to put said sapling. So we'll go ahead and make up some new bonsai pots. Or a new bonsai pot. Don't have too much right now. I could make 1 more, but I'm trying to be a little quick with you guys here. So let's go ahead, plant that down. That's not really necessary at the moment. I don't really need it. I will in the future, but as of, you know, this very second, I do not. So let's go ahead. We moved up a little bit. I could do this. It's not very hard. I don't quite need food yet. I haven't gotten hungry at all. I haven't even eaten the starting food that they've given. We can go ahead and make a clay bucket. That's easy. Craft a cauldron, which rainwater, lava, all that kind of stuff, which I think I need to make the cotton seed. So let's go ahead, look at that. Cottonwood sapling is just cottonwood acorns surrounded by that, which is not the recipe we need. Whoops. Jungle sapling, vines. Vines come from jungle sapling, I believe. Yep. So, and that comes from putting a clay sapling with mud to get that. So to get mud, it's just dirt and water. Or I should have kept, I had dirt. I already did this because that's how you get your bone meal sapling, is jumping on dirt. Yeah, but I broke the tub so that I could do the other one. Oops. Oh well, this is not too hard. You get 4 bottles, and if I just make a cauldron, and it doesn't even have to be a metal cauldron, it can be a wood one. So let's go ahead, craft up a cauldron real quick. We'll get some mud in it and make up a cottonwood sapling. There we go, cottonwood sapling. Now I just have to make room. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting because we don't get the hopper bonsai pots anymore. Given that we're doing this new progression stuff, it is right in the center. It's the first one, but we don't have any prestige points yet. We haven't gotten there because we just started. That's fair. But it will be the first one that we get, so better than it being like 5 steps in, because that makes things so much easier to have that. I mean, it complicates things, but in a good way. Next, we need sand sapling, and that's also just as easy. Let's take a look. We got petrified, surrounded by sand. Sand comes from just dumping gravel acorns, so we need 8 of those. Not too bad. I already have 3. I would like to push these back. I want every one of my trees to have at least 3. I think that gives us enough to be playing around with, because a lot of things just require just to have the resin or the acorns, not necessarily the material that they make. So I think it's important just to have 3, because if you have 3 and you don't really need them, you can skip them. But if you need something, it's usually about like 8 that you need. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead, craft a bunch more bonsai pots here, and get rolling on that. Alright, so moving on, there's going to be a lot of cuts this episode. Sorry if they're not the best, but I do want to push all the way at least to iron, if not to lead in the first episode. And that's going to require quite a bit, so I'm trying to really push really quickly. That way we can actually start doing really cool things. There's a lot of things I want to get done. Probably do the cobblestone generator this episode. That way we can start getting on this. If we get that going, getting obsidian's super easy. Just this kind of thing going will get us very far, and hopefully we can start working on prestige stuff. Not really sure what this stuff is. I'm just clicking through while I'm talking and looking. Don't mind me, just doing things. Anyhow, let's go ahead, get some tin, and let's see what that takes. Alright, so to get a tin sapling, we're going to have to do some things. We don't need a full Tinker's Construct setup. We should, let's just look at Tinker's, because a lot of it is locked, right? Or supposedly is locked. I'm going to guess that the main structure is. So that leaves us with this kind of thing. I used it in the last season, and it works out really well. We can either do the seared brick, or we can do the porcelain. Porcelain is not too hard. It's clay and bone meal, and we have access to both of those for trees. But we also have access to grout, and grout is gravel, sand, and clay. So it's quite a bit more, but it gives you more, if that makes any sense, because this is a 1-to-1. 1 clay to 1 bone meal, and the seared brick, or the grout, is, I don't know, because that's 8, because, yeah, I'm going to say 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Technically, it's a little bit more. You do get more. It just costs a little bit more up front, so it's not terrible. But I think I do really like the way this looks. In my personal opinion, I love the porcelain look. But the seared brick is so classic, But let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead, create this porcelain stuff. We're going to need a tank. We're going to need the melter, the heater. I don't need a window. Don't need a gauge. We're going to need a basin and a table. Probably a table first. So let me go ahead, craft that up. We're also going to need some tin amber is what we have to put into it. So tin amber, let's take a look. It's super easy. Flint, bone, or 4 bone resin, 2 gravel resin, 2 clay resin, and a flint. Flint is pretty easy. It comes as a drop from the gravel tree, potentially, or we can just do 3 gravel to get 1. So it's not super hard. And we already have everything, or at least we should. Yeah, because we got the bone resin, clay resin. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, so let's go ahead, craft that up. I'll get the smeltery going, and that's where you will be back. So there's tin. Now, what I'm thinking, and you probably have already realized what I've done, is that I'm just gonna kind of do little snippets of each part of the process. If you have questions on how to make a certain thing, please ask. I respond in like 2 hours, like tops, if I'm not sleeping. So if you do have any questions, I love answering your questions. So please bring them to me if I am not explaining things properly. I'm not obviously talking about a lot of this, but it does come into contact with on the same side of visual, explaining. So next up is our coal sapling. And that's quite easy. It is just putting a birch sapling, which you saw earlier is sand, in water, and then we have to cook it. So let's take that out. Let's cook this up. There we go. We got our coal. Now that one's not super useful in my opinion. We have so much wood. It's not about efficiency. Coal doesn't make things go faster. So in my opinion, it doesn't really matter right now. It does give us things we do need. We need the resin and the acorns, of course, just like everything else. I also did craft up 2 tin saplings. You get 2 ingots worth when you smelt down an amber. So you may as well just make 2 saplings. It makes things a little faster. Just the general stuff. Acquire a piece of coal. Not going to do right now. I'll probably do this one off camera. Probably with a few of these like slabbing stuff that's kind of pointless. I don't like the slab stuff. It just cuts all the inventory in half, and in the long run it doesn't agree with me. I'm gonna obtain that soon. That's gonna be a while. That's gonna be a little bit, and then these 2 are easy. So let's move on to, we're almost there. We are at iron. Sweet. I think we're gonna end it here at iron. So let's look at the iron sapling, which is gonna require iron amber and getting the acacia sapling. Apple sapling is, I forgot exactly how to get this. I will bring you back when I figure that one out. All right, so here's the steps you have to take to get to your apple sapling. To get it, you have to get apples first. So if you have an apple, you're golden. You can skip a few of these steps. Dirt sapling goes in water, gives you the oak. Oak you plant, and I would just plant it on dirt. I wouldn't even give it the time of day in a bonsai pot. Just take a crook to it. Eventually, you will drop apples from the tree. You only need 1. You can go ahead and throw it in a crushing tub. That will give you apple juice, which I'm pretty sure you could eat. It might be a food source. I have not looked into that, so don't quote me on it. Crushing it gives you an apple seed. Apple seed you can go ahead and grow. I would at least grow it once. That way you have multiple. And then you can go ahead and turn it into your acacia seed. Well, rather not acacia seed, but acacia sapling. And then we dump our molten iron, which is the iron amber, and we're looking at 4 coal resin, 2 sand resin, gravel resin, and a clay resin. Super easy. Just takes a couple times on the track here. So pretty much as soon as I get this, we're gonna craft it up, melt it. Let's go ahead, craft. I'm gonna actually start working on getting said apple seeds, because that's kind of where I'm bottlenecked at right now, and I'm just gonna keep watching the bonsai pot, and voila, we'll be back. Oh, are you guys ready? Finally, I tried doing this earlier, but just growing the trees was not enough. I can now have unlimited cobble, which means we can have the tools that we want. Oh, it's so nice that I don't have to worry about, crafting up my cobblestone anymore. It's such a relief. So let's go ahead. Let's create a new crook. Beautiful. I love it. It's awesome. Yes. Let's throw this in here. Get rid of that wood. This is how I repair my tools. If you haven't seen it, I'm not going to know if I put it in there yet or not. Or if you didn't know in general. If you put a damaged tool in the crafting station, and just like with whatever it's made out of, it'll give it durability back. Super nice, super convenient. That way you don't have to keep crafting keep recrafting it. They don't break. technically, so it works out well. All right, so we got that done. Look at this book, first episode, and it's already halfway done with the first page. I'm happy with that, but we are not done yet. We are going. I need to smelt up this iron, or get the iron melted, because I already have the amber done. But this thing is saying that it's not a hot enough temperature. So what that's telling me is that we need to take our bucket. Hopefully this works. Beware, if you make lava in a wooden cauldron, it will start on fire. So just put it out. So just don't put one bucket's worth in, because it will still catch fire. If I put this in here, all right, so the new temperature is hot enough, but the heat is not there yet, so we have to go ahead and run it through its course, I'm assuming, because the temperature is definitely hot enough, but we're still on the old coal temperature. So I'm gonna have to craft up a bunch of tin just to run it through its cycle. I guess that's my solution to this. Last time I didn't even bother, with this. I just did it for the tin, and then I made a whole tinker smeltery. But that's not an option this season, given the progressions. So that's where we're at. I'm gonna go ahead, get a bunch of tin going, try to get to this lava bucket, and then we can actually start using the lava. Hey, so that worked. That's not what I was going for, but if you put a porcelain tank underneath, it works. So the porcelain heater does not accept lava as it will accept it, but it only will go up to 200 degrees Celsius, which is not sufficient enough for the iron. It needs like 236 or something like that. But if you put in the porcelain tank, which is just porcelain surrounding a piece of glass, so super cheap, and that gives you a temperature of 1000. So that'll last us a while. Not too bad. Let's go ahead, grab our acacia sapling, and throw that in. And right now, let's go ahead and boom, there it is. Iron sapling. So we got all the way to iron today, guys. And I am very happy with that progress. I'm trying to go farther than other people. So if you want to see some cool things, see some good progression, stick around, subscribe, come hang out with me again. This was a lot of fun. This was a lot of work right here, and this is gonna get us super far. I did not want to bore you with the basic boring first tree. Getting all the way to diamond. We'll probably surpass that and get into some other stuff next episode. I'll probably get there today. I might do it off camera, might not. We'll see. It's nothing special. As you saw, you just have to repeat the process that I just did. If you're trying to get through this packing, if you're trying to use me as an informational pack or a content creator, this is how you have to do it. It's just with every seed. You got the basics. Just read into your books a little more. Crushing tubs are important. Your cauldrons are important. So just be sure, like I want to do an example real quick. Let's take a look at lead. Lead sapling. That's our next one. That's next in the row. They put them in order for a reason. They got arrows pointing to each other for a reason. So pretty much it's lead. Pretty much all the metal ones you're going to be pouring molten whatever it is onto a sapling. Make sure you got the sapling first. You're going to be probably doing it in a cauldron, which is water. A coal sapling and water gives you dark oak. Super simple there. Let's look at lead amber. Oops, if I spell it right. Lead amber is just different types of resin with blue water. Blue water requires lapis. To get lapis, if you look in the book, you'd notice that to get to lead, you have to go to lapis first. So, yeah. So just be careful. Just make sure that you follow the lines. Easy enough. That's how you're going to get the rest of these materials. But we'll be back next episode for some really cool things. I really next episode I want to get the automated bonsai pots. So we're really, I'm gonna push for next episode to be getting at least one progression point or prestige point so that we can go ahead and buy our Zen garden. It'll be wonderful. And guys, if you enjoyed it, please go down in the comments, let me know. If you stuck around this long, you're honestly some of the biggest fans. Only the biggest fans stay all the way to the end till the screen cuts. Yeah, you're awesome. Thank you very much for watching all of this with me. Let me know how I'm doing. If I need to do different cuts, you know, more cuts, make it faster. If I'm boring you, let me know, because I can change things. I'm always looking to make you guys happy. Your happiness makes me happy. So leave me a like if you're not already. Subscribe. I'm going to be putting out 3 episodes a week. One of The World of Solitude, which is a multi-single player, Sky Factory 4, which we're playing now, and Foundation. So I need the motivation from you guys and the likes and the comments for me to keep pushing, because 3 episodes with a full-time job is a lot for me. So, you know, because I work 45, 50 hours sometimes, and to push 3 episodes a week is a lot. So give me that motivation I need, because I love doing this so much, but sometimes I just need a little motivation from you guys, because you guys are the best. So until next time, guys, I will catch you in the next one. Bye.